choice but to do the bog hole. Alright, welcome back to Aussie Arvos. Today, we're out full driving again. Finally, it's been a long time, but we figured, I don't know.
It was due. It's sort of getting to, I feel like it's getting to that time of year where everyone goes full driving. It's starting to rain. We've got like our first sort of rain for the year.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a bit cooler, so yeah, we figured got the day.
So yeah, we're up here Toolangi, go do some full driving. We've got a couple new things on the cars though that I'm going to show you first. So first, Liam's car.
Alright, so some of you may know old tyres, cooked, useless, not only good for driving on the road, and they weren't very good at that either. So, new tyres. So you're probably wondering, what have I gone for? Now this is a Windforce Catch Force AT. So Dan's car, he's running the same tyres on his. You're probably saying, Liam, why didn't you go muddies if you're gonna come out and do full driving today? Wow, this is like a once in 3 month thing we do. Usually going touring, that sort of stuff, so I figured all terrain's probably better for that. It's a 305/70 R16, so I've gone, instead of the 285, I've gone the 305/70, so still a 33 diameter, but that's slightly wider, a bit more surface area I suppose, should help with a bit more grip. But they've been good on the road so far. I haven't taken them off-road yet, so today will be a test. So yeah, we'll just see how they go. And on the 80 series, I got a new secret weapon today. I bought a wireless eBay winch controller for I think like $22. So I've got two remotes, and if you see if I turn them on, and it powers the winch. So look, these aren't the greatest thing in the world. They're not super responsive, but it's better than having to put the bonnet up. I can do it from in the cab, and it's just a little module down here. Oh, it's kind of all tucked away, but you can see there's a tiny little module there. Just wires into your switch. So if you do have an old winch that you want a wireless controller for, look on eBay. This is about the cheapest one you can buy, but there are others out there. So yeah, I mean, that's the job, and it'll get me up hills hopefully. So I think today we're probably gonna have to use them at some point, which, I don't know, I'm not a super hardcore four-wheel driver at all. Like, I enjoy touring, going around places, but I'm not super experienced with like crazy ass mud and crazy hill climbs, so we'll just see how today goes. But yeah, I feel like this thing's gonna get used, so let's go into it, Lance, get out there and get out some tracks. Alright, here we go. This is just an unlisted track off Marginal Road in Toolangi, so there we go.
Turn.
I think Paddy's going to opt for a different line. He's going to come this way instead.
Go try and get the left lane up here. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. Might need to give that a bit more of the berries, some might say. Come on, 80. Come on, you can do this 80 series. Oh no.
So I tried to turn left up there. bit more elegant than I was without the wheel lifts, but wheel lifts are fun, so that's all right.
We kept following the track up the hill until we got to a steeper section, so we got out the Toyota handbrake and checked out the hill.
So Liam has done this track before, but he did say he had to winch quite a lot, and there is evidence of winch marks all over the trees here, so
we'll see how we go. I think it might be drier than last time. Did it without winching, I'm pretty happy with that. That's nothing crazy, but for, you know, leaf springs and all terrains, I'm pretty happy with that effort.
good work.
That was actually good.
That was a good drive. You bloody.
A few times I was like, oh, this is gonna get stuck, and then it just found grip.
Yeah, it just kept going. You did that really well.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Oh, you should be no worries for you.
Yeah.
All right, so pretty good, really. Pretty happy with how that went. Yeah, like it's nothing crazy, but I sort of expected to have a bit more trouble with the leaf springs and not having muddies, but seemed to do it pretty well, which is all right. So you can actually see
a few diff marks along the track, down there and down there, all the way down.
So that's just big old H260 diff life and 33s. So I'm interested to see how Patrick goes. He should walk it by rights.
By rights, yes.
I'll give it another try on these rocks.
Just give it a bit of speed.
After that first hill climb, Liam and I were hooked, and we were set on checking out some more tracks. And even though we both don't own the most capable or equipped patrol Land Cruiser ever made, we still love getting out here for a 4B. Being unlocked and on the smaller tyres definitely adds its own fun and makes tackling tracks a little more technical and challenging.
So we're back on the main drag here. We're just trying to find some tracks. Liam's got a couple in mind which we're heading to. One of them being Cockpit and Blowhard, which I've only ever seen once in person, and it was just I can't, it's comp truck territory. This car would not make it if you winching the whole thing. But apparently they've been graded recently. So we're heading down and we're going to see what they're like graded. There is something bloody cool though about driving in a rainforest. Like especially like this, it's really, really quite pretty. Oh shit, they've put in bloody massive, they've put in a road close thing. So someone's gone ahead and cut the lock. because these are actually seasonally closed roads, but it's just because it's so wet and they've graded them, they don't want people coming out here and just ruining them. So
Blowhard track, which a few of you have probably heard of, closed at the moment because a lot of the tracks have been graded. They're obviously trying to, I mean, it was in a pretty like it was a pretty full-on track. You couldn't, unless you had a full drive on, you know, locked or whatever, muddies, you weren't getting through it. So pretty useless as a fire track, I suppose. So they've graded them all, locked them all off. And what I've read online with a few people and that, they reckon they're not going to be really opening them up until the dry months in summer. So that's sort of the end of tracks in Toolangi. Well, some of the tracks in Toolangi, another one's Cockpit as well. So yeah, there's still a few others, I think. Big Range, some other little tracks here and there, but two of the major ones, Cockpit and Blowhard, have been graded, and who knows if they'll be opened back up again, so we'll have to see what happens.
I mean, primarily these are like logging, forest fire, and then, what, hunting maybe, like...
I think in this last couple of years, they've just absolutely turned to, you know, comp truck spec tracks.
Yeah, obviously, whoever it is that does it all, controls all the tracks and manages and stuff, they thought, yeah, we gotta make these usable again. So, yeah, who knows if Cockpit or Blowhard will return to what they once were.
Yeah, it is, like, when you think about it, it is kind of like a bit of a privilege we get, you know, to come out here and literally just, like, people can send their cars hard on public tracks and, like pretty much ruin them, really, for any other general use of access, and there's not really, like, it's all above board.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the most power they can have is just to close the road. They can't police what you actually do on the track.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, who knows how much longer, you know, sort of this stuff will go on, especially in, like, these more sort of metro sort of areas that are close to metro. Out in the high country, obviously, you know, they can't, like, that stuff's, you know, the Wild West, but closer back to Melbourne, yeah, I guess they can, you know, police and enforce it a bit more. And obviously, you know, being so close to Melbourne, they really want these tracks to be readily accessible for, like, in case of fires and stuff like that.
So I think instead, what we're going to do, we're going to go back, we're going to go to Downey Spare, which although we've done before, I don't think Patrick's done it in the 80 series. Not that it's super hard, but it could have changed. We haven't done it in a while. And for that sort of puts you right in the middle of all the other tracks. So it's a good way to link onto all the other tracks.
Yeah, that should be good. It's starting to rain a little bit. It's definitely getting a bit foggy up here too.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy what a D10 can do, because this was like a huge bog hole not long ago, and now it's like nothing.
Good old Toolangi mud. Somehow the water looks like it's rusted. It's that the brown is just unlike any other. It's almost pretty much orange. Yeah, well, this has definitely been graded. I don't, not as recently as the other tracks, like Blowhard and a couple of other ones we've seen, but they must have done it over summer sometime. Well, if the cars weren't muddy before, they definitely will be now. I reckon I'm flicking a lot of mud.
So we kept pushing up the muddy hill that is Downey Spur track until we came across the infamous bog holes.
Yeah, I don't even know if this is worth doing. Probably not really.
We kept looking for tracks to tackle, but I noticed that a lot had been graded. We did, however, find one off the side of the main road.
Oh, that, look, I don't know if I'll be able to drive that left-hand line.
It's like a racing line.
I know, people, I reckon that their walls must like ride the inside. There's no way, look at that angle.
Yeah.
You literally just drive your car the whole way. Like, I don't think there's any way I'm driving on that though.
I think the fact that if we sit near a question thinking about it that much, it means that...
I mean, it's not super off camera. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't be able to do the bit up there though.
No.
So we're at this next bit of track,
I don't reckon it's happening, to be honest.
but the camber's just like way off to the point where if I don't nail it 100%, I'll scrape a panel. And Liam can't really do it because of his leaf springs. He'll just bottom out and he won't have a chance without a locker. I don't know, it's like, we come out here to four-wheel drive, yes, but I don't come out here wanting to like break a panel.
I think sometimes it pays to know your car's capabilities. And like, yeah, you can give stuff a go. And like, it's good to give stuff a go. But sometimes you just gotta think, look, is it really worth it if my car's gonna struggle? Not designed to do this. I mean, to be fair, all-terrains, 33s, leaf hangers. If I was coil sprung and had a front locker, probably do it, but probably best just to not worry about it. But looks like we've got more stuff coming up anyway. The GoPro's gone. Good flex, man.
Yeah.
Technical. Honestly, that was better than I expected for leaf springs. I expected to like flex out completely to the point where I stopped. And I did have a tiny bit of wheel spin, but I was managed to carry through. Thanks to the LSD probably. But so we'll see how Paddy goes. He should do it pretty easy.
Like off camber, bendy, flex. Ooh. Hope nothing's hitting my panel. Alright, that's holding. Oh, my panel! Oh, Liam! I can't open my door because it's flexed out. So I have this really weird thing that happens in this car, right? Whenever it's flexing, like really hard, I can't open the door. The panels like converge on each other on the front guard here, and I can't get the door open. I have to go get Liam to get a screwdriver to help get me out. Let me know if you've got an 80 if you had the same issue, but yeah, it's weird. Flexes like a sick giraffe. And look at that diff scraping along the ground. What? Look.
No, not really.
You collected a bloody stick in there.
Oh, I put it back in shape.
See, Lee, my panels don't do that. They don't reform back to that.
So we continued along not much help track. The track began to turn a lot more wet and muddy, and as much as we were trying to avoid a lot of the mud, it seemed to be inevitable on this track.
Alright, so we found a bonus line that Patrick's going to try. Just, yeah, on not much help track. So it just loops back around to the track, so we'll see how we go. momentum.
It's hard to get a run because I'm right on it.
Go back.
So close.
Oh, so close. Front wheel was spinning.
You can do it, Eddie. Come on, buddy.
Go time in left hand now. Left hand down, left hand down.
She's not doing it.
I don't recommend touching. No. Watch me drive it.
I want to see how you go.
Oh. So close, mate. You actually got up higher than I did. Nah, it's not happening.
I think we need lockers to do that bit.
Yeah.
We kept trucking along the track until the tracks got wetter and wetter, muddier and muddier. Until we became face to face with many, many Toolangi bog holes.
You didn't come here to do bog holes, we came here to do like steep fall.
Why don't you like driving bog holes anymore?
I don't know, they just create headaches. Because you get stuck and then your day's ended. I don't know.
More the maintenance too, like the...
Yeah, it just screws with everything. It just breaks things. Gets in everywhere, rusts things. Yeah, that's the way.
So as much as the 80 series didn't want to avoid it,
I don't want to go this way, Eddie. Get me out of here.
we dodged the bog holes and took a chicken track around them.
Nah, come this way. So this is our only way out. We have no choice but to do the bog hole.
Collecting some
Smicko.
Alright, so we just went and watched the cars and we're pretty much all done. The cars went well, we didn't break anything.
No.
Didn't have to use the winch. But yeah, as you can see by a lot of that footage, a lot of stuff's graded up there. There's many things that are graded.
But we still managed to find some actually fun little tracks.
Yeah.
Overall, good
trip. Hopefully next time we're actually doing a bit of a longer trip. You know, that's next bit of 4B content. We're going somewhere with a plan. But yeah, we'll see how long that's off. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching guys. Hope you enjoyed and we'll catch you in the next one.